What about Mbappe's performance, Safin? Another player who he has scored 10 knockout goals now in the World Cups, more than Germany and some other teams like since he started playing. And his coach was bowing down to him like when he came off the pitch. Do you think he is going to be the best player in this World Cup, looking at how France is playing right now?
Not this World Cup. Let's not forget something. Mbappe is the best player to play in a World Cup that football's ever seen, and he's only 27.
All right, so better
It's
than
not this
Maradona
World
in
Cup.
'86.
Everything. Mbappe is only 27. We're forgetting, and he has two more World Cups in him. I'd say at least one more. And the numbers he's putting up is stupid. They're not normal. They're nothing we've seen before, and the things he's doing for France as well.
Now, do you agree with that? Mbappe, the best ever player in the
Of
World Cup
course, he's
history?
gonna say no. He's gonna
He
say
is
FIFA's
he
little
is one of the
pegs.
greatest. He's one of the great ones in the World Cup. But I was watching one commentator. They said that you take Mbappe out of France, they'll have a really decent chance of beating teams one after the other.
Yeah, that was I think our next segment
Yes,
where I was going to ask if Kane, Messi, Holland, etc. are more important
yeah,
for the
yeah.
team right now if one of them gets injured.
L-
But if
yes.
Mbappe, even without, they can win the World
Let's
Cup.
not forget the first one that they won. Mbappe wasn't the best player of that team. He was a teenager coming through, and he was not the main player there. Okay.
I think it was N'Golo
Yes,
Kante who was like Modric and Kante were the first and second in terms of the Golden Ball
exactly.
race.
He was not the most
Yep.
dominant player. The last World Cup, he was arguably the best player of France. And don't forget that in the knockout stages, the guy did not score against teams. They beat teams without his help. Okay, so let's not forget that. Okay, and if you are the main player or the most crucial player of the team, you should, and especially if you are a striker, you should score those goals and get your team through. He wasn't there. Okay, but the team managed to win. It's not to undermine his quality or not to say that he's not a great player, but he is not the best player that have played. He is in the best team of our generation, best national team of our generation, and it clicks. But I'm pretty much sure if right now you take him out of the French squad, they wouldn't have trouble getting to the semis and potentially even winning.
Do you agree with that, Safin? Let's see. Let's say Mbappe gets injured against Spain in the semi-final. Does that not impact them or their chances of winning?
I disagree 100%. I actually think he is still, considering how Elise is playing as well, he's still France's most important player without a single doubt. Olise looks great, right? He's doing his job, this, and that, but the person connecting all these Olise plays are Mbappe. Most of Olise's assists have been to Mbappe. He's been the one making those runs to get into spaces where all he has to do is an easy finish. But it's the run as well. We're also disregarding that it's not sure the pass is one thing, but the player making the run as well. And then at the end of the day, I'm never gonna expect Nomo to come in here and tell me that Mbappe is a great World Cup player, the greatest World Cup player. I wouldn't expect it, but with your logic as well, 2024 Copa America, Argentina did it without Messi. They won the whole thing. Messi was nowhere to be seen on that final day at all,
Yes, but
and they won
see,
it. So am I gonna come here and sit and tell you that
Messi has had,
the
Messi, the Copa America they won against Brazil. He
they
was,
wouldn't
no,
they
I'm
wouldn't
just,
listen,
yes,
listen.
let me just answer to that. Messi was the best player of tournament, the most assists, the most goals. So Messi, in the context of Copa America, has proven himself to be the most important player of Argentina. Okay, one of them he didn't win it. He didn't like he wasn't the main player, and no one is gonna say that with one goal you are the main player. He was not. Okay, but in the context of Copa America, he has won the most MVP two times. He has been the top scorer twice, and in the one that they won, he was the best player of the tournament, the most goals and the most assists. But see, just Mbappe is great in the top players that have played World Cup, and I'm not gonna deny that. But He's not Maradona. He's not Pele. He's not Messi. You know, he is doing it in the best team, the best squad you could have imagined. On the paper, the last three World Cups, and in reality, the quality wise, France is a shoulder and head above
Has
everyone.
been always favorites, yeah. But doesn't Mbappe have to win at least one golden ball, like best player of the tournament, to come into the conversation of that? Like he hasn't, he wasn't the best player of the tournament according to like the awards given by FIFA at the end in 2018 or 2022. So if he doesn't win even once that award, do you still think he can be the greatest player the World Cup has ever seen, Safin?
Yeah, at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. That Mbappe's record for World Cup goals, I I don't see getting touched in my lifetime. In my lifetime, I do not. He's at 18 right now, and we're forgetting that he still has another couple World Cups left and this campaign left as well.
But then
The,
there was a guy called Miroslav Klose who was the highest goal scorer in the World Cup for at least like 12 years. So
yeah,
at that point, would you like rate Klose as also one of the best in the world?
no, I wouldn't.
Why?
Impact. I personally did not grow up. I can't speak behalf of how
Yeah.
close they play. I didn't grow up watching him. Maybe watched the beginning of his career, the end of his
Hmm.
career a bit, but nothing much more than that. And then again, how many goals did close they have? What was it when they got broken?
15,
15. Mbappe's already at 19 or 18, and he's
18, I think. Yeah.
27. And he's
Yeah.
27.